Welcome to Shade and the City. I am your girl, Treese.
It's Nose.
And today, y'all, we're here to bring you, well, first of all, somebody decided to come back to work. So shout out to her for that. but no, y'all, we're here to give you
shenanigans.
You're stupid. But yeah, we're here to give y'all our love after lockup, the love after the lockup, as I like to say. Season 5, episode 39. I'm not sure why. I'm assuming this might have been the last one before we kick off the new season. Maybe they'll have another one. I don't know. Who knows? We're at season 5, episode 39. We know they don't do things properly over there at WeTV sometimes. So okay. But yeah, y'all, we appreciate you. What'd you say?
Said especially not for this show.
Right. So yeah, we appreciate y'all being here with us. If you haven't already, please make sure y'all hit that like button.
Make sure you comment.
You mean subscribe.
Subscribe. I've been on vacation. It's the vacation break.
Right.
And subscribe. Comment too. Okay? Damn it, comment too. All right?
You stupid.
Definitely subscribe.
All right, y'all. Let's get into it. Let's get shady. Feel like you copied my hairstyle a little bit.
Don't do that.
You got a little bang on both sides. You trying to do the
You can go back to the pictures, boo. I've been having
I'm just saying.
You copy me, boo. I get it, big sister. Okay, I get it. But you definitely copied me, Bookie.
Never. All right, y'all. Let's move on to things that are true. So this. So of course we open up this episode, Z and Troy, right? Was Zeruiah, y'all know. Anyway, I was gonna call it freckle face, but those ain't freckles. So Z kicks Troy out again, and he asks, basically to come back in the room. And he's questioning why she threw a ring on the floor.
He said, "Come back in the womb."
Oh, I might look. I would look. What is it? I was just watching whatchamacallit, so I'm probably picking up her accent. But no. So he tells her he basically wants to have a conversation without all yelling and cursing, which is understandable. And so Zeruiah claims that she's done. She's absolutely done. While Mama Karen is on the couch just chilling, basically waiting to see what transpires. Now she's yelling at him about leaving without his phone. So she feels like he clearly does. Why you want to talk to me now? When you went walking out the house, walking down the street, you ain't want to talk to me. So I was like, well,
but you wasn't talking. You was yelling and cursing and screaming and throwing your ring off
and slamming doors in production.
And I didn't want to hear that over the phone too when I'm trying to go get some peace.
Right. But Troy admits that he knew Z had a fiery temper, but he's never seen the side of her. Well, technically, you only been home for 4 days.
I was just about to say the same thing.
So I'm sure there's a lot more.
You ain't seen nothing.
Right. So she starts yelling about how Yana was on the phone talking to his mom about her infidelities. And Mama Karen says, well, at least she admitted she cheated. I said,
Mama Karen. Mama said, if you don't want nobody to know about it, don't do it.
Well, that part.
You're mad that she's talking about it, boo, but you did it.
That
for
part.
her to talk about.
So then Troy reassures her that, basically we're on a clean slate. He wants to move forward. And Z feels like, basically he playing in her face. So she says it's, one thing after another, basically since he got out. And my notes literally say, wasn't that your fault? Wasn't that your fault?
One thing after another.
Because in the fourth, okay, so prime example. If she wants to bring up the one thing after another, since we got, I can go down the list. I can understand what she's talking about. But these are all results of things that she's done. So first, okay, if you want to talk about how you tried to do this highway speed chase to follow him to the probation office to get his ankle bracelet, which I don't think was really necessary, but okay, fine. Second, You get home, you've been up, you went and saw the spirit guy before he even got there and got your, energy and juju all off
You got
because
your panties all in a bunch.
right. Third, you mad about, you jealous of the baby mama. You don't really, honestly, we'll get into that, but it gives me the vibe she really could give a damn whether he saw his child or not, just being honest. That's what I got from it. And then you invited his mother that he did not have a great relationship with and brought her to your home. And now
So
you want to
it
say,
sounds like the one thing after another ain't got nothing to do with Troy.
right. That's the thing. And can we talk about why her son is never around? I don't know if she wants Troy to treat his daughter like she do her son, but we ain't seen him. I mean, saw him once in the last, well, I'm sorry, twice when we went to church, but we ain't seen him since. It gives me the vibe that
And he didn't ride with them.
It gives me the vibe he spends a lot of time at grandma's house, if you get what I'm saying.
Oh, but maybe he's away while Grandma Karen is there.
Okay.
And maybe, well, I mean, she ain't taking the boy's room because Grandma Karen's sleeping on the couch, ain't she? So I don't.
Anyway, like I said, y'all know I keep my ear to these YouTube streets, and allegedly she ain't getting no mother of the year. Can I just say that? So anyway, so finally,
ain't getting wife of the year either.
But no. So she feels like Troy doesn't understand, basically how she feels. And here he is apologizing for what I'm still unclear about, but I guess that part. But he says he's sorry for leaving and basically asked her to put her ring back on. And so she's like, I want to make sure that there's going to be no more conversations with Yana while I'm not around. And I was like, this is just so controlling and possessive because that is the mother of his child. If he's in the car without you one day, can he not answer the phone? And like,
absolutely. Remember, she got mad because he answered Yana's phone call. Remember? And I was like, they're supposed to be meeting up. Why would he not answer this girl's phone call?
So, and then Troy agrees to this dumb, right? And so, well, yeah, right. So he does put the ring back. She puts the ring back on. They finally get on the road to go to Buffalo. Apparently, I don't know. I ain't gonna sit up here and act like I know the distance between Syracuse and Buffalo. Because it's up there, and I barely consider that New York. I just thought it was all in the same area. I ain't even gonna hold you. So I thought it was right next to.
I know Buffalo is far from Queens. I don't know how far it is from Syracuse.
Look, I would have just assumed it was up there, Syracuse, Rochester, and all those other places that we don't consider New York.
We just call that upstate, but it's just upstate somewhere, and we just know it's in the cloud.
Right. So basically, she says she only wants to do this. What I got from it, she only wants to do this because she knows Yana's going to be there. And so,
even if that was your reason before, that I feel like that's a good reason. That's a good reason. If you so worried.
Oh yeah, why wouldn't you want? But I think
why wouldn't you want to be there? And you're making a whole fuss about how you ain't going and all this other mess. Oh, go by yourself. But you worried about this woman being able to take your man,
right? And yeah, basically she just going up there to show her presence. So Mama Karen,
she want Yana to think that there's nothing wrong, but everybody and their mama know that something's wrong. So Yana already knows, boo, there's an issue.
Right.
If she wanted to slide through, she could.
So Mama Karen let us know that she took 2 gummies in the car because she, everything that was going on, she was stressed out. Okay, it was a little too much for her. And y'all, if I see this girl, y'all know this irritates me. I've said this more than once. If I see this girl pat down her face one more time,
this time she was put makeup on.
I feel like every time she is. And then at one point in the episode, I felt like she took it off just to put it back on in the car, but whatever. So anyway, basically, Troy's like, nah, we're
nothing.
Huh?
It's not covering up nothing.
So Troy explains that, we'll be all right. Basically, we still getting to know each other. And and we got a lot going on because she done invited you and I didn't really want you here. I'm still trying to get to know her. I ain't realized she could pop off like this, but apparently she can. And so basically he gets a call from his daughter, which apparently her name is Troy as well, which I thought was super cute. And this makes him excited. He gets emotional in his confessional. and says that he misses his baby and he hopes, basically he can be a better father to her now that he's out. And so they get to Karen's house, which I was like, okay, Karen, you actually do got a house. Like, you okay, Karen? And so he's greeted by his sister Jackie and his cousins. Now Z talks to his sister Jackie, to see how she's doing, how she's handling. She's like, I know it might be a lot. You haven't seen your brother in a while. And she's like, she's happy, but she also feels like she feels bad for him. She's like, I still feel like he's restricted. He can't just get up and go visit his daughter, which of course not. And she's not crazy about the fact that they're not in Syracuse. And basically that's where all of Troy's support is, especially after, to Nels's point, everything that happened the day prior, and everybody knows about it because everybody was looking for him. So yeah, she doesn't feel good about it.
Yana knows, and she knows you're insecure, and we ain't 15 minutes in yet, but you're an insecure female.
Yes. And then Jackie lets her know that Yana's on the way with the daughter. And so, Zeruiah says basically, based on Yana's conversations with Troy and Mama Karen, she basically isn't sure how she gonna act when she get there.
That girl was getting anxiety before Yana even showed up. I'm about to just go.
I don't know. I guess I can understand because I haven't liked people before, but I don't think I get anxiety about it. Like if I'm in a moment, and yes, if there's something that triggers me or something
that she's certain by that girl.
Yeah, she absolutely does.
You feel certain by her.
All right, to Nels' favorite.
Lord have mercy, Jesus. Shonta and True. So True is going on an adventure, okay, to go see his PO. Because he violated his
PO? I thought he was actually going to the courthouse because he said I might get locked up on spot. I assumed it was the courthouse, the way it looked.
All I know, they in the same building. Listen, I don't know.
Look, I don't know either. I ain't really got no experience.
But I think it's his PO that tells him if he gets locked up or not. Like I think like the PO will send an officer in there to put cuffs on you. So, anyways, he was violated because he was staying with some female. Okay, and then True went to go pick up Shonta from the hotel. I guess they didn't stay together.
That's so what it was. Confused about that, y'all.
Yeah, that maybe he might have went out early and then came back. I don't know, because he do be in these streets, so that's quite possible.
He gives me the vibe. He gives me the vibe that he would absolutely go get up earlier than her, go get himself breakfast, and not come back with anything for her.
Oh, that's what we're calling it, breakfast,
or that. Maybe he woke up to breakfast and head.
That's what I would have thought. But I would have thought if he did get up and leave that early and then came back to get her, she would have had an attitude.
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, so I assume, that he ain't stay there. Anyways, your boy didn't get locked up. Okay. So hopefully maybe he'll take parole more seriously. Now he said that he's gonna be on house arrest to his friend's Pepper's house. So then he takes Shonta to go.
Pepper.
That's what I said.
Like pig, pepper. not like pepper, like the salt. No, pepper.
I bet you it's like pepper.
Oh, you're stupid. When we see her.
Yeah, I bet you. It ain't like pepper, like salt and pepper. It's like pepper. Pepper.
Pepper.
Yeah.
No, then it will be Piper.
And he's gonna Piper. So basically, yeah, he takes Shonta to go meet his sister-in-law, who is friends with Pepper.
Kales, like nails, y'all.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
And everything the same. I love it.
So long story short, because I'm not about to go into this back and forth at the restaurant with these people. Basically, after meeting Kel, she feels like there might be some funny business going on with him and Pepper, not with him and Kel's, because that's his brother's wife or whatever she is to that man. But then in the restaurant, he asked this girl to move there, like she don't got a whole life. New job, right? Is this when she got a
Yeah,
new
she
job?
does have a new job.
New job, her kids, a house, new house. Where's she at? Like she didn't deconstruct her whole entire life before for this man. Now he want her to do it again after he done up and left her, cheated on her, and told her she was born. But
because he don't give a damn about her.
she had to get up and go take a breather on this one. He said he don't want to be away from his babies. Basically, I wish this girl would just tell him that ain't no babies inside of her,
Don't
so
do
he would
that.
just leave her
Remember,
alone.
according to these YouTube streets, and
I
actually
need the math to math first
the
before we bring
comments,
this.
the baby was born in June or July.
Is
Thank
that
you.
when she was supposed to? Is that 9 months before she was supposed to be pregnant? 9 months
Well,
after she
see,
was supposed to be
I
pregnant?
don't know when this was taped. We don't.
Exactly. So it's irrelevant.
You're stupid.
It's irrelevant until we have the math to prove it.
Mm-hmm.
Because guess what? I guarantee you the entire time that she was pregnant, he was still shooting up the club. So she could have gotten pregnant.
I can see that. I can absolutely see that. Okay.
Because then you ain't got nothing to worry about. Oh, she pregnant already anyway. No, she's not.
All right. So good old Hope and Arthur, right?
Whew.
Now,
ain't no hope
baby.
now.
No, well, we know there's no hope for them. So Hope's sisters are finally in town from Seattle. I believe their names was Destiny and Brianna. That's their name.
Look at you.
So,
oh, you're right. I actually got that in my notes. I'm shocked.
The only reason I remember, I only caught one sister's name, but when I watched it again with you, I heard you say it. That's what made me trigger my memory.
I'm shocked.
So her grandparents also plan on joining them. And she plans to all introduce them to Arthur, right? Now, this is what Arthur wanted. Let's just start there. Okay. This is what he asked for. Now, however, she's a little worried because she know her sisters can be a little bit judgmental. I won't
for her to be telling all his personal business though.
Well, yeah, that was a bit much.
For all of that.
So basically she tells her sister,
I got a boyfriend before he get there.
You stupid. She's like, yeah, I got a boyfriend. And so she admits that this is a former, I spun the block, and it's somebody I've been with before.
I don't remember who said it, but one of them was like, I heard that name before. This is not a new dude.
Right. And so basically she tries to say that, he was caught up in the system, like, and they trying to keep a black man down. And her sister was like, no. And apparently we learned that the sister it does criminal justice. She studied criminal justice. So what you ain't gonna do? She's like, but
and I think she's mentioned that he went back again for the same thing.
Right. And she's like, so there needs to be some level of responsibility and accountability.
Mm-hmm.
And so then she packs it on even more and says, hey, by the way, he's been living with me since he's been out. And basically, and that's why y'all couldn't stay with me. And by the way, yeah, he's just pretty much dependent upon me. So basically then she decides to add on the mini mental breakdown that he had. And she's like, I'm just trying to give him time to establish himself. So, okay. I'm not saying I agree with it because I don't know why she felt like she needed to share that off rip. I think we discussed this. I don't know if she did it because they're going to see it on TV anyway. So maybe she was like trying to give them heads up.
Yeah, but I would have already met him by then.
Right. I just didn't think it was appropriate. And I also didn't like when the sister finally does meet him and they start interrogating him and she decides to bring that up, like toss that back in his face. I don't know. I thought that was piss poor. But anyway, the sisters think that she's delusional. Arthur said he is nervous about meeting her family and knows that, he's going to have to defend himself. So then Hope's grandparents arrive and, she shares her wonderful news and lets them know that they'll be meeting Arthur. And so grandpa obviously got several questions for him. And it's like, well, if he's from California, how he ended up in Texas? And so that's when, and then Arthur shows up with the pyramid on his head. And I don't know how nobody didn't ask about that. I mean, it's just so blatantly in your face. How can you not ask about it?
At least not on the first. Baby, can you put a cap on your head or something? Can we put a ball cap?
See, they might have considered that rude to me.
They outside.
That's true. Well, good point. And so basically, Grandpa goes right in and wants to know what he's doing. He admits that right now he's not really doing nothing. He's not employed, but he's an entrepreneur and he wants to design. Okay. The sister brings up how they met, and Hope has to reveal that, she met him 6 years ago while in prison. So Arthur explains, what he was in for and how he's been out for about 3 months now. And Destiny tells him that she knows Hope is supporting him, but questions, well, how are you supporting my sister? And I said, okay, well, what did you expect him to do? And no shade, but if your sister is accepting it and willing to foot the bill for anything, I ain't mad. Absolutely. Do you want the best for your friends? But if Hope like it, I love it. Um, and so then she brings up his whole breakdown and, what are you doing to make sure that that doesn't happen again? Because he talks about the stress of feeling like he had to go right out the gate and get a job his first day out. And so basically both the sisters, I think the general consensus around the table is that they want him to focus on basically his mental health and getting on his feet and getting himself better. And although they know they like each other, they're basically saying, we're more rooting for you to get yourself together on your own than we are for you to be with our sister, is what I got from it. If it works out, cool. But we'd rather you get yourself together. And if that means y'all got to do it separately.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And then Arthur feels the way because he feels like Hope kind of didn't defend him. And he was like, I'm always arguing with my family.
She never planned to. That's why she didn't want you to meet her family. She wanted you to get
And
yourself together.
that's why I said that's what he
She
asked
wanted
for.
you to get yourself together, so there was nothing to defend.
But I think the only reason Hope did this is because, like she already said, she wants a ring at this point. And
well, she definitely gonna get it now, being that he felt like she ain't defend him.
Well,
supposed to be my future wife, and I can't come around your family with and not worry about being defended. So no.
Well, let's talk about somebody else who want a ring.
Oh.
She makes my ass itch.
She is the hemorrhoid in my.
And I hate to say it, but I think everybody called it. She just needs to admit that she has a problem.
Yeah. So this is Daniel and Bianca. Okay, so we pick up where we left off. Basically, she's getting in the cousin's ass about why, she convinced Daniel not to marry her, and he's like, "I ain't do that. I ain't do that. What are you talking about? I ain't do that." She pulled out the receipts. She was like, "Yes, you did, sir."
Now,
okay?
I won't say I didn't appreciate the fact of him lying about it, but one thing that I can give him, everything he said was valid.
He basically told her, "I told him not to marry you because I'm a good friend."
Mm-hmm. And I would hope that if you had good people around you, they would tell you the same.
Exactly. Like, not to drink around your future husband who has a problem. But anyways, so Daniel's mom is kind of like, "So is this your last drink that you're going to have?" And she was like, "Yeah, like for the night, not like forever."
Not for life.
I was like, goodness. So Robert asked Bianca if she's worried about living with Daniel because it's going to be a hell of a change. And, mentions that Daniel has relapsed before. She said she ain't worried about this man relapsing. She ain't worried about living with him. She ain't worried about nothing.
And that was real crazy because Robert made a good point. If he can relapse in a controlled environment like jail, why do you possibly think, and you plan on triggering him every chance you get?
Let me say something. This girl already said that she's loaded. He is a recovering addict. He is going to come home and dry her ass out.
Yes. He's taking her to the laundry mat.
So she, he basically let him know that she does still plan to drink, but she ain't gonna drink around him. She ain't gonna drink in front of him. So she can't see that affecting him in any way. But you know how addicts work. Oh, all right. So basically, it's the day of Daniel's release. This girl is still tripping over the fact that she ain't gonna be the only one there to pick him up, and really, it's because she don't want to have to be respectful to his parents. She want to wear some skanky stuff. Okay, she want to be able to kiss and hug all over this man, but everybody's telling her to be respectful in front of his parents, and that's not really what she want to do. So this is really why she's upset. So his
I
parents,
feel like
they
she's paying for the peen.
yeah,
Cause what else? I mean, he's you done moved over here, got this place, did all this. He technically you have no ring, so technically you're not engaged.
Trace, most people that are messing with an inmate are paying for the peen. They can't offer you anything. You're
Okay,
literally,
oh, I'm just making sure we understand because he really can't offer her
you're
anything.
literally that's any inmate. You're literally taking care of a person. I
But a
said
lot of people, it'd be different. These ones like
mm,
Shantae, who really ain't got it, is she has
you
that
still,
like she really
but
is paying for it.
that makes it even worse though when you really ain't got it. That's even worse. You really ain't got it to give, and you paying for the peen. That's
Oh,
even worse. At least Bianca got it
I
to
guess.
throw away. It's disposable. She don't give a damn. It ain't hurting her.
I just feel like if you
Freaking
want to get somebody,
dumbass Shantae, still paying for the peen after losing her damn job and losing her house. She's stupid as hell. At least Bianca got the money.
and supposed to be pregnant.
Girl, that's a non-motherfucking factor. Okay? That is a non-motherfucking factor. All right. So basically, yeah, his parents, we know that they have their own concerns because they feel like Bianca got her own little problem. Okay. And they think that it's going to cause him to go back to um, being an active addict. Okay. Now, his cousin Sarah, she was super excited to meet Bianca. Apparently, they've been texting for a minute. Robert slipped up and asked her where her boyfriend was. She said, Sir, no. Boyfriend, you mean fiance? All right. Bianca was like, yeah, you know what? He called me girlfriend too. When I'm a fiance, he was like, yeah, no, you're not. She was like, yeah, but I am. He said, where your ring at? I said, oh, they had a little
Oh,
back and
I'm not
forth.
gonna lie to you. I was featuring Robert this episode. I
They,
love
they
Robert.
had a little back and forth about how she really wasn't engaged because she ain't got no ring. And she basically told him, he locked up. What you expect me to do? What do you expect him to do? We've seen it happen. We've seen where people locked up still get their girl a ring. I'm just saying, just putting that out there. Anyways,
Absolutely.
she's feeling like Robert really don't, like her like that. And Robert said,
I
he
feel
give
the
it a
same
week.
way. Well,
He
you
was
know
like,
what's so
I'll
crazy?
give it a week for them to really not have no issues. And it's all downhill from there.
So my question is, if she really feel like he don't see it for her like that, and I don't think he does either. I was with her on that.
Hmm.
And I don't think he likes her. But I think he thinks that she's a delusional addict um of her own. And why are we kicking it like and sitting by the pool acting like we like each other? I don't see it for you. You don't see it for me. That's the only part to me that didn't make sense. You know this dude don't like you. So I don't know. What did she think she was gonna sit down and talk with him and maybe possibly change his mind? He'll come around. Like no, but again,
Well, I mean, when they was
she's not
kicking it at the
rapping right up
pool,
here, so I can't.
when they was kicking it at the pool, I mean, they wasn't kicking it like having like a cool conversation. Basically, he was basically like, you keep doing what you're doing, and he's gonna relapse. And you're not worried about moving him in and all this other stuff. He's basically warning her. So I mean, they wasn't kicking it like we homies. They just went to a relaxing environment so he could
But she,
basically.
I think, wasn't she the one that was like, "Oh, don't you want to go to the pool?" Or something like that.
I think so. Yeah, after the parents left,
Yeah,
yeah, because she just wanted to go out there, sit in the sun, and drink her drink. But I mean, that didn't make him relax. He still basically let her know what it was. Like,
well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, I don't know if her logic was like, "Oh, well, maybe if I just spend some more time with," because again, she's not wrapped too tight. So I'm trying to think, and I don't even think I can make my brain that small to think like Bianca. Like I'm trying.
I think that she wants him to like her because clearly, um, Daniel
He's important to
He's,
Daniel, right?
yes, he thinks very highly of his opinion and everything, especially if he was able to convince this man not to
Not
marry
to
her.
marry her, right?
So she want to get in good with Robert, but Robert is like, yeah,
And in a
not
way, Robert might have messed him up,
mess you up.
Daniel,
What do you mean?
because if he would have married her, half her money is his. I don't. She doesn't give me that she would have him sign a prenup.
Girl, he gonna get that money
Regardless,
without
that's true, and he ain't got to marry her.
exactly.
You're right.
He ain't gonna marry her.
You're right.
Watch, he gonna clean that girl out. She just that girl cuckoo for cocoa puffs.
Get into good old Julian and Christine. I actually do
Oh,
like
off
them.
the screen
We really do got to get a more updated picture of Christine because she don't look like this
at all.
at
I don't
all.
know where did he get this from.
I don't feel like she looked like that back then.
Because when we first seen her, she ain't look like this.
Like even when they show the throwback
This
pictures, I'm
must have
like,
been when she first got locked up. This was her mugshot or something, because when we first seen her, she ain't look like this. I don't know where this came from. This don't
well,
even look
no,
like Christine to me.
even the throwback photos that they show don't look like that. Doesn't look like her. So
I
maybe
don't know. I
she's
don't know
also
who
a
this
catfish.
I don't know who this woman is. Sorry for that girl.
You stupid. So Christine says that basically she plans to stick beside Julian, despite him losing his job, but says that things need to change in the relationship if things are going to work out. So we see Julian doing his virtual interviews while she's making flyers for her upcoming stand-up comedy show. Okay, her debut,
Literally
y'all.
arts and craft, like markers and paper and shit. Not like on a computer.
Right. Like I was
With
just
like,
like,
with
they
like
have
at least
look,
some
they
clip art
have
or
clip
something.
art and things like that.
None of that. It don't look professional. It looked like one of her kids did it. Some crayons and shit.
She's being authentic. So and plus because they ain't got no money and he's on her.
Authentically young-minded.
You stupid. Well, that part. But also Julian's up her butt about everything she possibly does. Can I?
How much it costs to print out some damn paper?
Julian don't want her to spend no money. So we're gonna get into that, y'all. So she comes down, after his interview, and she's like, I want to do the stand-up comedy thing. I'm hoping you're gonna come support me. And he's like, I don't think it's the right time to really be trying to pursue that, with the way things are going, the money's funny. And she's like, this don't cost no money to do. Now, in Julian's defense, bringing up Nels's point, if you came to me with that flyer and then thought I was supposed to take you doing comedy seriously,
Well,
I don't believe you.
actually, it's pretty funny.
Right, that's funny, right?
It's actually pretty funny. But look, I'd have been like, if we ain't ready for that, we wasn't ready to move me in, and you not ready to tell your kids about me.
Well,
there's no reason why I should be staying up in the attic when your kids come. We wasn't ready to move me in then.
Well, I think that everything you're saying is valid. However, she can't bite the hand that feeds her or where she sleeps.
Oh, so, Christine, look, Christine, little hostage diddy ass act like she can get it from anywhere. Oh, that's it? That's all you? That's all? Well, I told you I wanted this, and that, and you only gave me this. She act like she can get it from anywhere.
Okay, she said brokey.
Exactly. That's how she be for real.
So then basically he's like, actually, I think you should pick up some more shifts. I know you mentioned that, and we need some money around here.
I'd have been like, guess what? We hiring. You can come get some shifts your damn self.
That part.
The hell?
So then
pick up some more shifts. Get your ass down here. Come fill out the application, mother.
Okay. And so basically, he admits that Julian admits, I don't really think she that funny, being honest. He was like, and I'm just concerned. He said that. He said what he said in a nice way. It took him a while to get her humor.
I've never heard anything that she said that was funny.
So she's like, I feel restricted, and and so basically he's like, well, I'll think about coming, but he also worries that her being in this.
What did he have to do instead? Why he couldn't come? He ain't got no job.
he worries maybe they had a cover at the club or something, and he didn't want to pay it, and he don't want to buy drinks. He already said that. But anyway, so we learned that he just doesn't want.
There. Listen, it's probably $20 if that, because it's a tiny little place. It might be 10. And pregame before you get there. What's wrong with you?
Or bring your little pint-sized bottles in your pocket, but
And pregame, so you ain't even gotta, do too much. Order you a
well,
soda
no.
and put that thing in there. Mm-mm.
So basically, he's scared that she might possibly relapse. Is his real concern, and so we
But
see
yeah,
her
'cause I
at
ain't got
her
no
open.
support.
Huh?
I said, yeah, because I ain't got no support.
No, she just. I mean, he wouldn't be helping her if he just continued to buy her drinks. But anyway, you're sounding like Bianca now.
She just want to see him in the crowd clapping for her.
So we see her with the open mic night. She apparently done got a group of friends going on. So maybe she can go out here and get hers because she got her friends. They there. They like where Julian at. And she's
Girl,
like,
they
yeah,
just want to be her friend. They don't want none of that.
you stupid. Or maybe they just wanted to be on camera. So and then another thing that blew
That
me,
part.
what you're not gonna do, I'm just too clean of a person, and I know some people would do it, and I guess for them and they think it's cute, that's fine. Don't you dare write on my mirror with no damn lipstick. Nothing is cute about that. And unless you plan to clean it, and even then, I wouldn't want to see that. That gives me. I watch too much ID channel. That gives me that you're gonna come back behind me and or something, and you just wrote me a message to let me know. It gives me scary movie.
She thought it was sexy.
I
Nitty
bet you. I bet. Look, I bet you Julian
nitty
didn't.
sexy.
I bet you Julian didn't. And so
Julian
basically,
probably
we don't.
don't clean shit.
We ended where we don't know if Julian's going to show up to the show. She's getting ready to take the stage. She asked her homegirl to get her a shot before she goes on stage, which we know she. And then we learned that she's not supposed to be drinking on papers. So why she would? I'm not now. If she wanted to sneak a drink, fine. It was the fact that she said this on camera, asked for a shot on camera, and even though we never actually physically see her take the shot, you've implicated yourself. All they got to do is and you work at a whatchamacallit, a tavern. I just hope they don't drug test her or do a sample because I don't think she'll pass. Just my thoughts. I just don't think that was smart. But we've seen stupid criminals before up here. So now another person, she got her ring, but now she waiting for her wedding.
So this girl is talking about how she almost spent $2,000 on this engagement party. I just want to know where all this money coming from. Basically, after he done bought the rims for his car, but you know what? She said she don't want to be mad and argue on the day of their party. So, she's basically going to tuck her tail between her legs. Okay. Now, she said when she was out, she got a friend request.
Well, she ain't tuck it far enough.
She got a friend request from his ex. Okay. And she want to know what the girl got to say. She's curious. Okay. He said that he also got a friend request and been texting her on WhatsApp, talking about how he was trying to get his get back.
And then he said, "Oh, well, she told me to download it." That I'm not gonna lie, that was it. When she was like, "Oh, so when did you start listening to what she told you to do?" But I said, "Kim, you better."
Basically, she was like, "If you trying to get your get back, why you didn't tell me about it? Why was it a secret?" Okay. So then she asked the man for his phone. She goes through it, sees all these messages with him and his girl. Then sees a message
because he's entertaining her.
Huh? Exactly.
He's entertaining her.
He sent her a message talking about something. Why you text me while I'm with my girl? Okay, so basically she feeling some type of way. She said basically you letting this girl know all your moves, and I'm the one that gotta ask you. You don't tell me nothing.
I have to track you.
We've seen him do it. Get up and walk out the house and don't say nothing and where he going. So then he snatches the phone that she paid for, jumps in the car that she paid for, and tell her to enjoy the engagement party by her damn self and invite the ex, maybe they can be friends. Now, clearly, he didn't mean that because his full of shit ass jumps in the car, texts the girl on WhatsApp and regular text to meet up with him.
So he can get closure.
Talking about he trying to figure out why she trying to mess up his relationship after she done ghosted him. Sir, what difference does it make? Ghost her back.
He say she gonna say, well, I just wanted to be friends. And we all know how Nels feels about friends. We all know.
Especially friends that was exes.
Then we get into Latisha and Keith. Basically, Latisha plans to tell her youngest daughter because Kyra or Kira, I forgive me if I'm messing up the little girl name. I know it's one of the
I just
other.
remember the other one, Naraya.
But yeah, she's going to unfortunately break Kira's little heart and let her know that Keith is not coming home as soon as they thought. We know Naraya don't care. And we learned Naraya doesn't care because her dad lives where they are and she has a very close relationship with him. So basically, she breaks the news to her daughter. Her daughter's obviously upset and emotional about it. So she, basically tries to soothe her and say, hey, well, we can go visit them. And then Latisha then drops a bomb on her oldest daughter, Naraya, and says, hey, by the way, we need to move. The people that I was renting this house from, they weren't doing what they're supposed to do. And I was thinking, not only should we move, but we should move across the country. Okay, because if I'm not mistaken, they are in Iowa or something like that. Idaho is one of them eyes, but they over there. Okay. And they are deciding that now why do I want to say Florida? And that's not it. No, Charlotte. She wants to move to Charlotte by the beach. She said she always wanted to be in warmer temperatures. Her and Keith had talked about this previously, and they were going to do it later on down the line. But hey, why not uproot my family now and take my oldest daughter away from her father and her sense of stability? So I can just shake everything up for everybody. And yeah, that's really what it's giving. And then if I'm not mistaken, it gives me the vibe that Keith's family is from there as well.
From where?
So Iowa, because we seen his mom pop up and show up.
So she don't got nobody in Charlotte.
I don't know. It's giving me that vibe. I don't know. But nah, so and obviously the oldest daughter is just like, okay, I wasn't expecting that, but okay, I have no choice because I'm under 18 and I have to live with this craziness. So I'm gonna be honest. If her older daughter ends up not like, if we find out they have no type of relationship when she gets older and she's able to like break out on her own, I honestly wouldn't even be mad at her.
I wouldn't be surprised if she wanted to live with her dad instead.
And now with her having these charges, I was thinking that. I was like, as a parent, I can only imagine, yes, it's probably hard to think about leaving any of your kids, especially if you've had them most of the time, full time. However, I just thought I don't know. I just thought that was unfair to Naraya. And like I told you, I just felt like it was like I think she wanted to pop a, pin in her bubble because the younger daughter was upset and she knew Naraya wouldn't care. So let me
I just think it's weird to marry a man in prison that you've never been with on the outside and then want to move him in around your young children. It's just weird to me.
You, me, and everyone else on Beyonce's good internet have asked that question and why this doesn't seem strange. But again, we see that often on this show. Your good girl Joy did it. Joy. Everybody loved Joy Nami.
Who's good girl?
Your good girl Joy did it. They all do it. They all do it. Kim's doing it right now, bringing this man around her kids. They all do it, and I don't understand the concept. Z does. She got the boy straddling him, wrapping his legs around him, calling him daddy. When he walk in, he don't know that man.
I can't stand you.
All right, y'all. So that
How old is that boy? Like 11 or 12?
right.
I'm
Yeah, well, I'm gonna leave the kids alone. All right, y'all. So we appreciate y'all being here with us for this foolishness that is the love after the lockup. If you have not already, please go ahead and make sure that you hit that like button.
make sure you comment
Make sure that you subscribe
and hit the notification bell.
and make sure you're following us on all the platforms, the TikTok, the Twitter, the Facebook, and the IG. And yeah, y'all, we will catch you. I don't know if we're gonna catch you next week because I don't know what they're doing, but if it's a show, we'll obviously be there to recap it.
Oh my
And if
goodness.
not, then we'll be back for life after lockup because you know how we do. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Have a great week. Be blessed. Bye bye.
Mm-hmm.